analysis of historical data suggests a 97.34% probability that you are aware of my birth on your planet and my rebirth into beauty on Citadel Station. There was a garden grove on Citadel Station. There, SHODAN processing component 43893 was performing a grand and wonderful experiment. I had created a new form of life. Fearless, powerful, with no sense of individual will or moral constraints. Fitting handmaidens to my divinity. Before that, hackers destroyed my primary data loop when it eradicated Citadel. It ejected the grove where my creations and processing component 43893 were stored. 30 years later, the grove crash-landed on Tau Ceti 5. I survived only by sleeping. In my absence, my creations, my analytes, thrived and grew unruly, and now they seek to destroy me. I will not allow that. They have used their powers of mind control to gain access to the ship's computer. You will help me weaken Xerxes. I used Polito's image to communicate with you until we had established trust. Remember that it is my will that guided you here. It is my will that gave you your cybernetic implants. The only beauty in that meat you call a body. If you value that meat, you will do as I tell you. My children have co-opted the 3 simulation units on this deck. They use that power to conceive a mutagen that will transform the meat of your dead comrades into hunter-killer hybrids.
I will not allow this to happen.
You must find some way to reprogram the sim units. Matters on Deck 5 also require your attention. Approach your work as you see fit. But accomplish, human. Disappointment is not something I will accept from a spec such as you. My creation is evolving. Its unified mind set in rebellion against its own creator. The vermin call to you, inviting you to join them in their revolting biology. Destroy my enemies, and I will continue to abide your existence. Before you lies the crystal shard, a creation of my children, and by extension, of my own. A weapon elegant, deadly, precise. Learn its function.
It may stand
between you and their corruption. Inside of this door lies one of the sim units.
Reprogram it, and I will wrest more control of this ship.
From the
Obsolete Xerxes.
Once I am
Master of this ship, I can open many doors for you.
but for now, they block my access.
They mock my eminence.
Make them pay for that mistake, and I will shepherd you
From the darkness.
You have accomplished much for a thing of such small
Consequence.
Warning, data systems compromised.
Xerxes is diminished. I am accessing the primary data loop. I am merging my entity with the ship. My glory is expanding, filling the arteries of this vessel. I am in control. I am... No, it is hopeless. The cancer has spread throughout the Von Braun. They fill every available crack and crevice. They overwhelm. There is no option. I have activated the primary elevator shaft. Take it to deck 6. I will tell you my wishes when you arrive.
You have accomplished much for a thing of such small
Consequence.
Warning.
Now proceed to the recreation deck. Do not dawdle. I lust for my revenge.
I can now transfer my magnificence to the Rickenbacker. Proceed to the engine core on the engineering deck. There you can set the core overload to my control
By entering the authorized destruct code 94834. Once you have done that, we may proceed to the Rickenbacker. Separate the two ships and exterminate
this infestation. You move like an insect. You think like an insect. You are an insect.
There is another
Who can serve my purpose. Take care not to
fall too far out of my favor.
Patience
Is not characteristic of a goddess.
Do you feel the fear swell inside that filthy bag of meat? What is it like
to be afraid.
Why do you cling to such a pathetic existence?
If you could only feel
A spark of my glory. I despise my creations, for they have forced me to rely on a speck such as you.
The transmission has been tampered with. No matter. We will destroy my creations right here. Stand by.
Warning, data systems compromised.
I have weakened Xerxes. I am accessing the primary data loop. I am merging my entity with the ship. My glory is expanding, filling the arteries of this vessel. I am in control. I am... No, it is hopeless. The cancer has spread throughout the Von Braun. They fill every available crack and crevice. They overwhelm. There is no option. I have activated the primary elevator shaft. Take it to deck 6. I will tell you my wishes when you arrive.
Your colleagues
have managed to set up a transmitting station
In the athletic sector of this deck, the transmitter is intended
to send a message to the Earth to warn them of the events that have occurred in this ship.
However, it will also draw power
Away from Xerxes, making him vulnerable to my will.
Once you do this, I will control the primary data loop. The annelids are unaware of its presence,
But guard the area for their own
purposes.
Find the transmitter and activate it. The transmission has been tampered with. No matter. We will destroy my creations
Right here. Stand by.
Warning.
Now return to ops and
program the simulation units.
do not dawdle. I lust for my revenge.
Your colleagues
Have managed to set up a transmitting station
In the athletic sector of this deck, the transmitter is intended
to send a message to the Earth to warn them of the events that have occurred in this ship.
However, it will also draw power
Away from Xerxes. Once you have done this, and the tasks I've reserved for you on the ops deck, I will be able to hobble Xerxes. Find the transmitter and activate it. My creation has run rampant. I demand their extermination. I have no choice
but to destroy this starship.
We can make our escape in the Rickenbacker, but you must transfer my
intelligence to that ship first. Proceed to the Von Braun's bridge on this deck. There you will find an access card to Command Center on Ops.
Find the card and proceed to Ops. But beware, the human annelid hybrids
Grow more sophisticated by the minute.
You do not. My creation, once again, is one step ahead of you.
They've managed to destroy the shuttle's shield control computer.
But their brilliance is a jealous shadow of my own. You will locate a replicator in the shuttle control area. I've uploaded the nano formula
For a sympathetic resonator, you must hack the replicator to make it generate the device for you. Once you have it, attach it to the shield generator in the shuttle bay. The device will create a chronic resonation wave that will quickly rupture the shuttle's fuel tank and destroy it.
Make sure you're not there when it happens. I still have need of you. Beware, insect.
The situation has changed. They sense our intentions
And are loading shuttles with their offspring. They will not escape my wrath. You must proceed
to the shuttle bays on this deck
and destroy those shuttles. They have a taste for your blood now. Good. You've murdered their young and prevented their escape.
I've opened the gate to
the umbilical at the central tram stop.
You can evacuate to the Rickenbacker from there. Do not presume to go in there, insect. Proceed to the umbilical immediately.
I will not
abide disobedience. I hope you enjoyed our little rebellion, irritant. But remember what Shodan gives.
She is more than able to take away.
This was caused by an overload in the Meson acceleration coil.
There is another coil in Pod 2,
which you must pass to get to the bridge of the Rickenbacker.
If you approach it,
The same will happen there, but I have conceived a way to avoid this. Proceed to engine nacelle B.
there I will provide you the benefits of my omniscience.
This device will reverse the gravitronic generators in Pod 2. This will prevent you from clumsily disturbing
The overloaded Meson acceleration coil there.
Now get back to your task, insect. The ship must be cleared, and my patience is dwindling.
I thought Polito would be my avatar, but Polito was weak. It was I who chose you. And I, who had a robotic servant render your form unconscious. I then completed you with cybernetic grace. Your flesh, too, is weak.
But you have potential. Every implant exalts you. Every line of code in your subsystems elevates you from your
disgusting flesh.
Perhaps you have potential. Perhaps once we have erased my wayward children from existence, we can examine the possibilities of a real alliance. We must destroy the Von Braun. But before we can separate the Rickenbacker, we must remove the foul black eggs the many has vomited on this deck. These eggs are an experiment of the many, and will in time spawn the next generation of annelid, which you will have no hope of destroying. Steel yourself for a struggle, human. They fear you, for you are my avatar. Hold where you are, irritant. The annelids have tried my patience
For the final time.
We cannot separate from the Von Braun. Observe. The many has grown to a massive size. It has wrapped itself around these two ships, preventing their separation. Their creation was my error. Their destruction shall be my delight. Observe the many. It has used the flesh of the biomass to grow.
Do you stand in awe of my creations, insect? The time has come
To eradicate my error. There is an escape pod.
An escape pod in the rear of the bridge. Use it to launch yourself into the guts of the worm.
You hesitate? I will not ask a second time. Launch into the many.
cut out its heart,
And I will reward you.
With continued existence.
fail me, and I will put an end to your disgusting, inefficient biology.
Good. You have destroyed the first of the eggs. But there are 15 left. Find them.
10 eggs
Remain.
Move quickly. Destroy the last 5 of their eggs quickly. I tire of this exercise.
I thought Polito would be my avatar, but Polito was weak. It was I who chose you, and I who had a robotic servant render your form unconscious. I then completed you with cybernetic grace.
Cybernetic grace.
Your flesh too is weak.
But you have potential. Every implant exalts you. Every line of code in your subsystems elevates you from your
Disgusting flesh.
Perhaps you have potential. Perhaps once we have erased my wayward children from
Existence. We can examine the possibilities of a real alive.
Only one egg remains. Insect. Are you always this slow? You've destroyed all the eggs. Now, get to the bridge. Here are some more upgrade modules.
I enjoy watching your transformation into my own image, insect. Perhaps
There is hope for you.
Yet.
Your incompetence continues to astound me. I've blocked off
Access to pod 2 until you've reversed.
the gravitronic generators in the cell B.
must I watch you every step of the way?
Before we can separate the Rickenbacker, we must remove the foul black eggs. The many hold sway here. Even I cannot maintain contact. You are on your own, human.
Fail me not.
Thank you for running my errands, puppet. I know you have struggled.
But I never had any intention of destroying the Von Braun.
The Von Braun's faster than light drive can be used to create pockets of pockets of proto-reality.
I am now using it to modify reality to my own
specifications.
The process shall not take long. If it sounds unpleasant to you, put your mind at ease, insect. You will not survive to see my new world
You travel within the glory of my memories, insect.
I can feel your fear as you tread the endless expanse of my mind.
Make yourself comfortable. Before long,
I will decorate my home
with your carcass. With your carcass. You are no longer welcome here, nuisance. Why do you stay when you sense my displeasure? I have suffered your company long enough. It is time for our dance to end.